stress. If you've ever felt heavy to the point where you buried yourself in a basement, or buried yourself in a bed, or not wanted to come out of your house, this is what we come to in this moment, so you know what this feels like. And if you have no idea what this stress feels like, keep living. I assure you, life will give you a circumstance that teaches you what it feels like to be stressed to the point that you just want to die. And I talk to you like this because I hate the fact that when people preach the scriptures, they call people characters and they talk about the people like they're mythological, like this is all facts. These are real human beings. Jesus was a real human being. Okay? This is not mythological. He was a man like you and I, had tendons like you and I, bones like you and I, flesh like you and I, emotions like you and I, cried like you and I. He was a man. He was a man. And that's what we read. We got to lean into text, not just with our mind, but with our hearts. And feel the gravity of the text. Matthew 26, verse 36. Then what? After they left that upper room, when they sang their last song, then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane. And he said to his disciples, sit here while I go over there and I pray. So Matthew says they left the upper room and they walked down the Kidron Valley towards a place called Gethsemane. And as I'm reading this text, man, I thought about the fact that the Lord, walking across that valley towards Gethsemane, he has full knowledge of everything that's going to happen when he gets there. He knows Judas is coming for him. He knows Roman soldiers are coming for him. He knows he's about to be abandoned and betrayed. He knows he is about to be arrested. And although he knows this, watch, we never see the Lord respond to the disciples with any form of pretense in the 3.5 years that he knew them. Listen to me carefully. Okay? God has given you and I, his creation, communicable attributes. There are some things you share with God. Like God has emotions, he's given human being emotions. God can see and hear, he's allowed human beings to see and hear. So there are some things that God has given human beings that he shares. These are called communicable attributes, things that God has imparted to mankind that we find in himself. But there is an attribute God has that is non-communicable. That is, he did not give it to mankind, and that is omniscience. His ability to know all things before they happen. That nothing catches God by surprise because he already knows. Now listen to me carefully. Although Jesus was a man, Jesus was also omniscient. That is, during his life, he knew everything that was coming before it came. That means for 3.5 years, he spent time with men. He knew a day was coming, he was going to jump ship. And yet in that time, we never see him one time treat them any differently, knowing they're going to betray him. I only mention this in the text because for me, as a student of the scriptures, I marvel over the steadfast love of God, who already knows all the things we're going to do to grieve him and still loves us unconditionally. Like the Lord knew David was going to fumble and still loved him all the way to his fumble. He knew Solomon was going to turn from him at the end of his life and still loved him all the way to the fact that he turned. This is amazing to me that God knows next month, next year, 10 years from now, that you will bring great pain to his heart, but he never treats you any different. He still loves you with no pretense, knowing you're going to mess up, knowing you're going to fail him, knowing you're going to turn away. See? And I say this for you to marvel because you couldn't do that.